Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another installment of Next Play Sports, brought to you by yours truly. Oh wait, K! You Thunder loving, Panther loving, I respect it. And you're back, baby. Hey, you're in the intro. You're the winner of this week's Spin the Wheel. That was such a egregious list. But anyways, hey, what I respect about K, he told me to keep the money. So this intro's about you, baby. Hey, welcome back. Hey, sit back, relax, grab a drink and a snack, and here we go.
I don't even know what to say. That Cade was beyond aggressive.
Oh, man.
Y'all want to know something I learned recently? Or something I found out I was pretty crazy that I learned recently? Michael Jordan's parents named him after a shoe company. Nah, you know what I'm fucking with it? Yeah, I like it.
I'll let off an intro like that.
Keep that one in the safe, my brother. Like,
Yeah, I missed that one. Man.
yeah, that was it. Like,
your mic's named after
we went from up here to down here so fast.
Oh my god, man. That intro was the best one yet. NPS young boy.
All right.
Somebody want to start it off?
Yeah, man. Sadly, we keep having to do these, but
Yeah.
shout out to not shout out, but we send our condolences to the family and those impacted, the Dodgers family and Vince Scully's family in general for their loss of the legendary Vince Scully. Truly one of the best, when he was in the business, the best play-by-play announcer in the game. Just such a golden voice that you would like. It's so soothing and relaxing, and like literally, if I could have anybody call a game, it would be Vince Scully. Just for like how it's like Jim Nantz in a way. Of like when you hear that, it's like, oh, it's Dodger baseball.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 67 years, man. 67 years. He was a broadcaster longer than most people were alive.
Oh yeah.
Like that's really insane to think about. And then maybe kind of a sadder part. He retired a year before the Dodgers finally won the World Series, right? No, they didn't win till
he retired in 16.
Oh, that's right.
Astros won in 17.
Imagine if Vince Scully called
Wink,
the World
wink.
Series. Yeah, speaking of, we're not gonna get on the Astros, man. We're talking about
Yeah,
Vince
man.
Scully.
Shout out Vince Scully.
Did he get to see a Dodgers World Series? They won in '89, right?
88.
He got to see a World
Didn't
Series.
they go back to back?
Yeah, 88. And I think they won some in the 50s and 60s. I think they won
They were
at
the
least
Brooklyn
one.
Dodgers in 1950 when he took over.
There's an iconic picture of Vince Scully like ice skating with Jackie Robinson out there. It might not have even been
Where's
ice
that
skating, but
picture
there was definitely a picture with him and Jackie Robinson.
That picture's hard. I haven't even seen it yet. There's a dope ass picture.
No, man. I mean, when you kind of look at what we do, we sit at a table with microphones and talk about the sports we love. What did Vince Scully do for 67 years? You know what I mean? He really, he was just really a tier above. You know what I mean? And like, this is what he did. We technically are in the sports journalism world when you break it down. So, respect to the GOAT of our industry. You know what I mean? So, I really hope we don't have to keep doing this, but...
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't become a theme for our...
Exactly. Rest in peace to Vince Scully.
What's your favorite call? What's your favorite Vince Scully call?
Vince Scully call? Man, I don't know.
Because I think it's got to be Hank Aaron breaking the home run record. I don't think anything beats that.
I want to put me on the spot for I can't just rip
That's
you
what
off my
I'm saying,
favorite
man.
Vince Scully call.
Yeah, man.
I listened to 10 hours of Vince Scully for this.
Probably anything during the 23rd. No, never mind. I'm wrong.
Y'all see that PG that got broke up today?
Yeah.
Carried a PG into the ninth.
Rasmussen's?
They lost the game.
They lost?
Yeah, I want to say the Orioles won. He didn't just lose the perfect game. Like, they were up 4-0. The tweet I saw said that they lost. I
That
can
is
verify that because I don't want to sound
hot.
stupid.
That is insanity. That's almost like the Reds.
Oh, nah, never mind. The Orioles. They lost a shutout is what it was.
Oh,
After that. I've been bamboozled.
That is ridiculous.
nothing
man.
breaks my heart more than when Miles Michaelis dropped. He was 1 out away. 130 pitches. Was 1 pitch away from a no hitter.
Nah, good buddy from the Tigers will forever be the worst one. Where the umpire missed the call before replay?
Oh, I didn't say it was the worst one. I'm talking about
Oh.
like it doesn't beat that one.
Yeah, whenever
Because-
good buddy from the Tigers had the PG and the umpire just missed the call on the last out. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would have
Back at
freaked
3
out.
feet.
Talk about you like lunatics. I'd have been on Fox News.
He did.
Kind of like our boy Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis is on the news. Yeah, he had heartworms, man.
No,
he had
ringworms.
heartworms. Ringworm. There it is.
Ringworm.
Heartworms are definitely a canine thing, bud. I don't think he's a dog.
You got a dog in him.
No, you don't.
Not
No,
no
you
more.
don't. I saw something about like the steroids in the 90s versus the steroids today, and it was Tatis wearing like a skin tight cut off workout shirt and earrings and everything else.
And
I was
not
like-
swolled up.
and then it showed a picture of Mike Schmidt who had traps
That
the
was-
size of
that was
a
McGuire.
TV.
That was Mark McGuire.
Yeah, if you're gonna juice, go full juice.
Yeah, don't
Like,
don't
like,
have
be
Jose,
juiced- be
if
juiced
you're
to
gonna,
the
if you're gonna
gills.
juice, be Jose Canseco. Don't be
Yeah.
like
Sammy Sosa. What if he comes back and he's just terrible?
I mean, that's what happened to A-Rod.
Well, A-Rod was also in his like. A-Rod was older when he got busted.
Jared tweeted strike right down the middle. I'm wanting to see this.
Aren't you watching the game?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but they didn't show it. Like, they didn't cut to the first pitch.
You'll see it. But
yeah. It'll probably be all over Twitter in like 10 minutes.
Anyways,
I don't understand like Tatis's angle for lying like that. Like he lied about a medication that anybody can research. Like why did he name it?
it
He
was
could have
something
just
like
said I took
Cristobar.
a medication for
Ringworm.
like he could have done his own research and at least made a kind of decent lie.
But
Bro saw the first. Bro was like, yeah, I had a ringworm.
yeah, but the thing is that when A-Rod got caught juicing, it was a year. It was a year-long suspension.
Yeah.
Tatis
Well,
got
actually,
it.
no. A-Rod got, what, 210 games? When A-Rod got suspended, you talking about right during, like, 2012, 2013, right?
It was somewhere in there, but I just know he had to take a whole year
It
off.
was 210 games.
But Tatis is getting basically the rest of this season, and what happens is if the Padres make the playoffs, those games count towards it too. And he's basically going to miss like 30 some odd games next year
Yeah.
and can come back. Like, I don't think the suspension was harsh enough. Like, I feel like it was, like that's why like Tatis got caught, and instead of arguing it and making it a big thing, they're like, all right.
Well, I mean, it's on par though with the recent PED suspensions. Like D. Gordon in like 2015 or 16, he got busted 80 games.
Robinson Cano has done it 3 times, so
Yeah, Robinson Cano should be banned for life.
because he got what
I used to
80.
love
He got
Robbie
80,
Cano,
then
man.
162, right?
I used to love Robbie Cano.
Yeah.
Dudes definitely don't come back the same though, and now the Padres are about to kick into that mega contract they gave him.
Oh yeah.
Fernando Tatis equals
Well, he doesn't
Zion Williamson.
he doesn't even make $20 million for the next 3 years. So it's not immediately hurting their pockets.
Well, I mean,
It will.
that's even worse though. That deal's even longer off.
But if Fernando Tatis comes back and doesn't hit like he did, and if I assume they're going to try and re-sign Juan Soto.
I mean, yeah,
right?
you don't trade
I mean,
for like
you
we said,
don't
you
trade
ain't
for
gonna
Juan
trade
Soto.
for him and
No,
not
he's
have
not
a
what I'm
plan
saying.
to.
Soto. They're going to keep
like
both of them.
because of Tatis' contract. If he's not worth that contract, and like I think San Diego makes enough
Bro,
money.
the
for that.
luxury tax exists. They can afford them two and Machado.
Yeah.
It is what
I'm
it is.
saying it is,
They're
but,
going
like-
to retain Juan Soto. They gave up on par with one of the biggest trade packages in history. They gave that up for Juan Soto. They're not just going to not re-sign him. And they probably, I would imagine, even talked to Juan Soto's agent before they even traded for him. It's like, hey, we're only doing this if he plans to stay for the rest of his career.
It's Scott Boras. That's his agent.
Scott Boras, yeah.
What's that got to do with anything?
I mean, Scott Boras
He's getting
is just
$35 million for the next 15 years. That's what it means.
I mean, Scott Boras runs up the.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is, I don't care who his agent is. If I'm the Padres and Juan Soto doesn't commit for 10 to 15 years, at least 10 after the deal we just gave for him, then I wouldn't even have traded for him. But anyway, back to.
I mean, they didn't even give up the biggest
It's not going to matter. They're going to sign him back because baseball doesn't have a salary cap. The Padres are just they're gonna get over that luxury tax, and then they're gonna turn into the Dodgers and Yankees. They're gonna say, "F it, we're gonna sign whoever we want to, and we'll just pay the tax at the end of every year." And then they're gonna become a big market team.
They are a big market team. They are what?
Bro, like, I don't know. I mean,
they're
the
just
face
really
of a
good at
big market team. Like, when before recently have the Padres ever been consistently good?
Okay.
The 2000s?
The 2000s. Almost 20 years ago.
When they had Tony Gwynn.
Jared actually threw a decent pitch.
Did he?
What was it? Did it have this?
Oh, he didn't light up the gun. But.
Oof.
We're not touching a 9? Excuse me?
God, no. Jared juices too, since we're talking about Tatis. Jared juices.
Does he really?
Is he really?
Yeah.
I could never.
That's why Jared on Twitter was like, I don't even think steroids are that bad whenever the Tatis news came out. Because Jared used to be like, if you look
Better it's because he's an Ortiz fan.
Stop it. Poppy is not in this conversation.
Did y'all see that Padre talk thing I sent y'all?
Yeah, gain 100 pounds and play DH, move to Fenway. Yeah. I'm not talking about it.
He was like, now Tatis. Now he's like, now
Did David Ortiz even get a suspension?
Did you read that?
I didn't see it.
He was like, so now the only way Tatis can make the Hall of Fame is to gain 100 pounds, move to Boston, become a DH.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
care.
just saying. I'm not against it.
David Ortiz
He
didn't
was
even
on
receive
the
a suspension.
list. He was on the list
But he
that
didn't get
got
suspended.
leaked, but he never got suspended for
Okay,
it.
then. He didn't do it.
What?
He didn't
He
do
was
it.
on the list, bro.
Show me a positive test.
He was
me-
on
yeah.
the list. He was.
You
on
show
the
me a
list.
positive
I don't
test.
care
Yeah.
about a positive test. He was on the list. Everybody else. Everybody else
The
on that.
positive test is the entire thing.
Everybody else on that list tested positive. Like everybody on that list that
Every
got
single person that's
tested.
on that list. You can
Yes,
prove it.
every
I don't
person
think that's
on
true.
that list that
That's
got
not true.
tested, bro. It's the same list A-Rod was on. What
Yeah,
what
but
are y'all
I'm
talking
saying,
about?
here's what happened. So
So
I
you're
listened-
telling me that
Hold on.
David Ortiz is the only player named on that list that
No.
You
would've-
can't even prove
No,
that
he's not
every
yet.
single one of them was positive.
What?
You can't even prove that.
What happened was
The positive test is what matters. Sid.
there's this. Okay, so for what y'all don't know what he's talking about, there was a list that came out back in the day, and it had a list of players who were suspicious of taking PEDs, and this list was made from. It was actually people within the Yankees organization that made the list. Then they tried to bang Ortiz. And Ortiz actually came out. He's like, "Look, if you want to test me." And like that's what it was. It was all propaganda from the Yankees trying to get Ortiz pumped. So, because I've already read up on this.
I mean, either way, what would if let's say hypothetically David Ortiz was roiding. He hasn't roided and he didn't roid for 15 years and was still the greatest DH of all time.
That's very true.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Cut whatever years out he was good on roids.
Just
Cut him out.
saying, I'm
He's
just
still the greatest
saying,
DH of all time.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, so do y'all feel like Tatis what's y'all's? Do y'all think he got out? Because I feel like it was basically a slap on the wrist. I don't feel like
Every player that gets
I mean, he
popped
just
for Pez
would have
gets 80
rode another
games.
motorcycle and broke his wrist again. So
I mean, everybody that gets popped for Pez gets 80 games.
I like
It's
the way
consistent.
the Padres dug out, like the clubhouse responded to it. Like I don't know if y'all see him interviewing
Yeah.
Clev and
They're
Juan
like
Soto.
all
disappointed.
disappointed.
They're like their response was Clev was like he ain't been here all year. So I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't like what we've been doing because of him or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope they're all like letting them know that ain't
like,
cool.
hey, kid,
Like,
hey kid, you're fucking up. Like
this is what Manny Machado was getting on it. Like the more people used to hate on Machado because of that beef he had with Tatis whenever they were disagreeing in the dugout and arguing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like Manny Machado is the one that took the heat because of how electric Tatis
I
is.
don't even think that was nothing serious anyway. To be honest,
I think
that's just too. That's just too.
Well, yeah, I know what it is, but I'm saying like people wanted to give the heat to Manny Machado, but now we see this and we're like, you know what Manny was talking about. That's just that Tatis is a little bit immature, which is crazy.
Juicing then?
Pause.
You think he was juicing then?
No, I ain't saying he was juicing then. I'm saying it's just another sign of like the immaturity.
Yeah.
I don't know what that comment was for. I don't know what that comment was for, man. Like, what are we pausing?
I just
had to get it out. You can't
I'm
just
messing
keep.
with you,
You
man.
can't just.
For the people with no visual for this, I bet this is insane right now.
I was icing my hip. That's what that noise was. I was removing the ice pack from my hip.
But
God, man.
I mean, see, you gotta think from my perspective. Like, you got a blanket on too, and I just see you digging in your pants, and I was like,
But you knew where the ice pack was.
that's it. I'm
I know, I'm telling you, but never mind. I'm not even gonna get into that.
we good, man. We good. All right, on to our top 5.
God, man, our top 5 power forwards. We got one
Sexiest
episode.
position
We got
in the game.
one. What? We got one season left, or one episode left of our top 5 top 5 at every position. So center will be next week. But for this week, it is power forwards and Nolan. Do we want to do honorable mentions or we want to do 5?
I can rip off an honorable mention.
Who you got?
I have 2 honorable mentions.
All right.
I know it don't really work like that, but I had to tie them together.
All right.
I have Julius Randle in there as my honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
And I also put Zion in the honorable mention. Not in my top 5. Because I weren't ready to throw Zion. Because what has Zion done for me that I'm going to throw him in the top 5?
I mean, as a sophomore, he averaged 26 and 10
Okay?
on 60+%.
That's cute and all. But I mean,
I'm just saying, I made this list
John
on
Wall
the
have
assumption
comparable games
that
played.
actual skill of playing basketball healthy.
And that's what I was telling you earlier whenever you were like, how we're making the list. That's how you view yours. I'm like, if he can't stay on the court, I can't put him in my top 5.
Yeah, I get that, but
I mean, he's a beast.
But you asked
he
about
goes
AD
one-on-one-
being
if
a
he-
power forward, so I know AD's on your list.
if he goes like toe to toe with Julius Randle, Julius Randle is crying home to mama. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
So I have Zion listed, but that's
I
because it's the same reason I had Kawhi listed in my small forwards.
Fair enough.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I see your point. It's just,
You don't have him in your top 5 though.
I just told you he's in my honorable mention.
My honorable mention is Draymond Green.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I can imagine. My honorable mention is Draymond Green though.
Oh, mine's Jaren.
This guy.
See,
Jaren Jackson might
No.
be 8 or 9.
He's not 8 or 9.
these lists are gonna get-
You can't name me six.
He's not.
You can't name me six.
Okay, so outside of I'm not. Okay, so my 5 is John Collins. I'm gonna go out there and say it. Jaren Jackson Jr. is not better than
Julius.
Pascal Siakam. Well, he might be better. No, he's not better than Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam
I just changed my list. He's not better than Siakam.
is 3
And I
inches
watched
shorter and gets 2 more rebounds a game, if not more, than Jaren Jackson Jr. and scores the ball more than Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Pascal Siakam's 7th, probably.
He's not 7th.
Yes, he is.
What?
These lists are going to get more
hold on.
debatable than I thought.
Outside of our list, in no particular order, Giannis 80, Zion, Sabonis, John Collins, Pascal Siakam. Are we saying Julius Randle is better than Jaren Jackson Jr.? Yay or nay?
I would say
Julius Randle,
he
he's
has
more
more
proven.
offensive potential, but he's so inconsistent. I don't know.
What did Jaren get last year?
But this is what he always gets: 17 and 4 at 6'11".
Let me check.
Yeah, he is a terrible rebounder for how tall he is.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Bro,
Don't
that's
get me
7
started.
right there.
You know how painful it is to watch him miss boards to 6'7" guys when he's 7 foot.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. But Jaren Jackson Jr. is 8th tops, maybe 7th if he beats out Julius Randle.
Okay, so since he ripped his 5, my 5 is Pascal Siakam.
Okay, yeah, I've got John Collins over Pascal Siakam.
Pascal's my 5.
Do y'all not have John Collins?
It's actually
I don't have
16
John
and 6.
Collins.
16 and 6.
6'11".
That's better than I thought it was because I thought it was.
You know, if he averaged like
17 and
16 and 9 or 16 and 8, it'd be different. But
Yeah, you can't be 7
But
foot.
my
when
thing
you
is,
got 6
Jaren is legitimately one of the best rim protectors in basketball.
you see what that does for Rudy Gobert. Except for Rudy
If you-
Gobert
if you
gets
need a bucket,
double.
or you-
Except for Rudy Gobert gets double the rebounds that Jaren Jackson gets, and
But, I mean,
averages roughly the same points.
No, he doesn't.
Rudy Gobert averages like 13 and 12, bro.
Yeah.
3 less points a game for the same defense and double the rebounds.
He's a terrible rebounder. I don't understand how.
I'm saying I can't
how
even
you
put
do that.
Jaren Jackson
Who's your
Jr.
5, Nolan?
Siakam.
Okay.
I can't even put Jaren Jackson Jr. over Rudy Gobert.
All right.
That's
moving
crazy because I hate Rudy Gobert.
on. You do hate Rudy Gobert.
That Rudy Gobert dude.
Okay, moving on. 4. Who's 4?
Sabonis.
What you got, Timo?
Yeah, my 4 is Sabonis.
Hey, look at us all in agreement.
Yeah, no, here's where shit hits the fan.
Yeah, this is about to get
Yeah,
crazy.
especially after what you just said.
Go ahead.
Zion.
Zion.
Draymond Green.
At 3 is a little wild.
See, I just
I
think
can't
Draymond.
put him over
he's a-
Sabonis because it's not. We're talking about players. We're not talking about team impact. That's why I can't put him.
I mean,
over
that's
Sabonis.
why I
about
view
team
him so
impact,
high. We're just
Draymond's
viewing it
2.
differently, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm fine with that being where we disagree. Because I see how much Draymond... Like, if you take Draymond off the Warriors, that impacts the Warriors a lot.
Yeah.
But, like...
Like in terms of team impact, he's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree he has more impact than AD.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, AD can give you the defense, but...
Spoiler: Giannis is 1. Fucking
And AD's 2.
don't know who saw that coming. But yeah, so Giannis is definitely 1.
AD is only 2
definitely
because I'm going off healthy, like
It
full
does.
health.
The same reason Zion's 3.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Jared's talking his talk on
If
Twitter right now.
If Anthony Davis is hurt again and Zion comes back this year and plays like he did his sophomore year, he's better than AD.
But if AD comes back and
Whoa.
Yeah.
You said if Zion has a good year next year. So you're saying if Zion... Hold on.
If
I
Zion
just
comes
need to
back
hear you
this
straight.
year and is 26 and 10 on 64%.
Okay, and AD plays like AD. So you're saying both of them play...
No. I said if AD does what he's been doing.
So gets hurt?
Yeah, if he gets hurt and not plays again.
Like, because when he's on the court, he's fine.
But he's not. Wait, what did he average when he was on the court?
Like 25 or something
He
like
didn't
that.
average 25.
it was like
Capping.
high 23s, like 23.
Hold on.
Or 24 or something.
Bro,
No shot.
hold on. I need to...
God, man.
It's 23 and 10.
Hey, look.
On
check-
53%.
Check Sid out.
But he shot 19.
Oh, he shot terrible as far as shooting the basketball. It was horrendous to watch.
Yeah, he still called that 23 PGs though.
23 and 2, 9.
Yes, John Wick.
I remember he was killing it on defense. Because I remember before he got hurt the first time, he was like up there in
Anthony
DPOY.
Davis.
Yeah, I mean,
If
I'm not
Anthony
saying...
Davis plays like this and Zion plays like he did his sophomore year this season,
You're willing to say off of
one.
one
You're-
Zion,
yeah.
one Zion healthy
I'm saying
season and one...
I'm saying if he
For
does
a
it again, if he
28
repeats that.
For a 28-year-old AD, that's a little insane. Especially if he can, get his body healthy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say he's gonna be able to pass.
Because they have the same. They have the same.
I'm saying hypothetically, if they play,
They have
like,
the same injury risks.
I don't know if it's
one
the-
is 28
I don't know
and
if
one
it's-
is 23.
I think Anthony Davis is more likely to get hurt. Zion's just
Nope.
fat.
Nope.
Like,
I don't think so.
Nope. Zion.
See, what's crazy is, but that's what's crazy. AD is actually getting hurt. Zion is not taking care of himself. That's different.
I think he takes his off time a lot less serious than other players. So in the off season, he doesn't do anything. But when Zion wants to cut, it is instant.
Oh,
Like-
Zion can definitely cut weight. That's what's more like he gets hurt so much because he plays at such a heavy weight. Is what they told LeBron would have happened,
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. He
but LeBron cut weight.
he cut down to 245 when he went back
Yeah.
to Cleveland,
So I'm not
or 250. My bad.
like you're 23 years old. He got hurt at Duke.
Well,
That's not his fault. I'm not saying that's his fault. But then you're already hurt, and as an athlete, if you get hurt, you're not gonna be able to be like cardio. You ain't gonna be able to kill cardio with a hurt ankle.
Exactly.
So that means your diet has to take a step up.
Yeah.
Now he went to Louisiana. They cook down there. Like,
I just think he takes his off time not so serious, and that's why we see these pictures of him, and he looks like
bro needs to go down to the Saints and play tight end.
2022 Timo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, a Zion jump ball with a 6'3" corner. Like, just imagine.
If Zion played tight end at 6'7",
I would cry if
285,
Zion was playing tight end and I had to play him. I would cry.
Ultimate red zone threat. The ultimate red zone.
Yeah, you could literally only bring him in when you get in the red zone and be fine.
Just,
I mean, he's literally the size of an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Literally.
It'd be like Gronk with hops.
Well, Gronk plus 50 pounds plus hops.
Yeah.
41 inches of hop, to be exact. That's insane. And an inch taller. It's probably a longer wingspan. Without... I don't know. I'm trying to find stuff to add, but...
I do. But then going into 2-1, because I do want to talk about them, even though we know who they are. Anthony Davis, I need Anthony Davis. This has to be, like, okay. So I know you're like, oh, Tanner's going to talk about LeBron. I need Anthony Davis to take over this year.
as long as you know.
Well, yeah, because LeBron's about to be, what, 39?
Yeah, this is year 20 for LeBron.
All right, I don't want to hear that shit all year. So let's...
Is it not valid? Like
20th season.
We get it, bro. Like
that's a lot of tax.
We get it.
But I'm saying that there has to come to a point where eventually LeBron doesn't have to be leaned on to have to get 30.
We understand that, bro. But year 20 and age 39 are not prefixes. All right, we just need to establish it. It's not like it's
hold on. Breaking news. NPS breaking news. Your 2022 Christmas Day schedule.
Bro,
you'll have Bucks at Celtics.
What do you mean breaking news? This came out yesterday.
No, this is everything. This is all the games.
Oh.
Bucks at Celtics. You'll have Sixers at Knicks. Suns at Nuggets. Lakers at Mavericks. Grizzlies at Warriors.
How did the Heat not get a Christmas game? Game 7 on a missed three-pointer. We didn't get a Christmas Day game. But the Grizzlies did.
Well, I mean, the Grizzlies, you had to give that Warriors-Grizzlies game after everything that happened last year.
Like who are you beefing with that's more exciting than Warriors?
I knew.
Bro,
I called that. I think
beef.
I called
it's
that.
literally not beef, though.
No. I think I mentioned something about that back whenever they lost in the playoffs. I was like, this is going to be a Christmas Day matchup.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that one coming.
I'll give it to you, I guess.
No, I mean, I don't have to take the credit for it because I don't know. I mean, I know I probably said it somewhere in a group chat, but I ain't going to sit here and claim to it like I told you so.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Breaking news, it comes out tomorrow.
Breaking news to the people sitting here.
Yeah. All three of us.
To anybody who didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I need AD to be AD. I need 2020 AD and pray that we are able to do something with Russ. Like, and I mean move Russ, because I have no expectations. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm not a Lakers fan as long as Russell Westbrook's on the Lakers. I'm a LeBron fan.
I want y'all to know.
You're always a LeBron fan.
I want y'all to know
always.
that this breaking news that Timo broke was a tweet that I also got from Shams.
I mean, yeah, I ain't saying I'm the one that broke it. I didn't say that the NBA officials like, hey, Mo, you got this on the break on NPS real quick. Shams, you got to beat Shams to it. Like,
man, but
why did we get Hawks Knicks? And why did we get Sixers Knicks instead of Hawks Knicks?
Speaking of Hawks and speaking of Atlanta, I'm going to the Falcons Niners game in October.
oh,
Yeah,
Falcons Niners.
Why would you want to watch them?
Yeah, like, how did that come
because
up?
I'm going to be in Atlanta, and there's not a guarantee that the Braves are going to be playing in the playoffs. That would be the divisional series, but last minute baseball tickets, playoff baseball tickets, and World Series, defending World Series team
At home.
at home.
Yeah, that's going to be out there. I ain't going to lie.
Nosebleeds for Falcons Niners.
Yeah, have you ever been to a football game?
No,
It's gonna be
not an
lit.
NFL game.
It's going to be lit.
This one's in a dome.
Oh, yeah, I ain't never been to a dome.
I went to a Panthers game when I was like 3, but I don't remember it, so I don't count.
Bank of America, I don't think there's a
I
bad
was
seat
bowling.
anywhere in Bank of America. I love Bank of America Stadium. Panthers ever move from there, I'll cry.
That's the only sporting event I haven't gone to. Is the NFL game.
You go to a Panthers game sometime. We can load up and go.
Next year, dude, I need the Chargers Panthers in.
Oh, yeah. If we can get
Why don't we
Chargers.
just fly to LA?
yeah. To breathe air in SoFi, it's $5 a piece. Like,
Yeah, facts. Oh, they play at SoFi. Never mind.
Yeah, but good buddy, you're looking at like a G for.
Exactly.
but I need AD to be AD. He's got to be able to take over. And getting to Giannis, I mean, he's the best player in basketball. So I mean, there's not much to really talk about.
coming from the biggest LeBron fan of all time, Giannis is the best player.
And it took him 2 years of Giannis being the greatest player on the planet to finally admit it. That's the crazy part.
I mean, I'm still here for any KD LeBron talks for anybody that wants to have those.
I think the conversation's there. I just don't know who you pick.
Why would we even say KD? Why would we even talk about that? Like, what's the point? Like,
It's just debates I've had to hear.
I mean,
it's interchangeable 2 and 3.
I mean, KD was.
Well,
playing-
I thought the other day we all agreed it was like Giannis, and you can change Curry, LeBron, then KD.
I think it's solidified Curry, and then LeBron or KD, and then LeBron or KD, and then 5 is probably Luka.
But based off our list, we all have LeBron ahead of KD.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Giannis, Curry, LeBron, KD, Luka. That'd be my top 5.
moving on to we got preseason football.
Preseason football.
Is there anything else we want to touch on?
Is there anything else in the basketball world going on?
No,
I don't
So I
think
thought.
so. I don't think so.
not an event.
Are we going to talk about college sports, like during the college football season? I mean, I assume.
We can talk about the big ones. We ain't got to
Yeah.
give a weekly
Yeah,
breakdown.
FAMU versus Miss State or something.
Yeah. I don't need Jackson State versus.
Oh, now
on.
Jackson State. I want to cover some
Disrespect Jackson State.
Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter might be a Hall of Famer.
Deion said he's better than him.
Yeah, no, and he's being coached by Dion for for at least 3 more seasons.
You talking about that kid from the D-Strong video?
Well, that kid from Destroying Video was a 5-star receiver and 4-star corner out of Florida.
I thought that was Travis Hunter.
Yes, that is Travis Hunter.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yes, it's Travis Hunter. But he's playing DB in college, though, from what I understand.
I thought he played both ways in college.
Nah, he's not going to play both ways in college.
I know that video. They were what were they called?
I mean, they were
Stadiums?
running stadiums.
Running stadiums, and he was laughing and joking at the end of it.
Except for that stadiums.
I was like, "What kind of stamina you got, bro?"
About 40,000, 50,000 seats. It's a D1 college program, man. That's what I mean. Led by NFL, like a former NFL superstar, probably the greatest defensive player to ever play the game. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah,
not
you
just,
see where Deion said he needs his jacket to be a different color whenever he was talking about the Hall of Fame.
God, I love Deion Sanders, man.
He said, now we're just letting everybody in because they played good. That's what he said about the Hall of Fame. He said,
Deion Sanders, man.
he said, I'm going to need my jacket to be a different color.
Whenever he whenever he was talking about in that Destroying video when they were running stadiums, Destroying went up to him and was like, "So what's the purpose of this, coach?" He said, "We're trying to bust your hamstrings." Destroying said, "I'm gonna go bust my hamstrings elsewhere." But man,
Everything that I've seen is
speaking
that
of Destroying, man, he went to Charlotte. That was dope, and Charlotte packed him up. He wanted none of it.
He went to Virginia the
We
other day.
ruined
They
it,
killed
man.
it.
We ruined it.
and dang the baby fans.
For real, man. They're out there fighting, talking about bringing guns out, man. No respect. But it is what it is. Speaking of Charlotte, we need a baseball team.
"Quote
in
unquote,
Charlotte.
never again, Charlotte."
Really, man, we got the Charlotte Knights.
No, he said he would come back, bro.
No, he said
Did
never
you just
again.
say the Charlotte Knights?
Hey, on hockey, though, they could play a game. No, hold on. They could play an MLB game in that stadium. That's a nice stadium. That's where they play the ACC tournament for baseball. That's where they play it at.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's...
Well, bro, or they could just build an MLB stadium,
Oh, that's what I just said. I was like, they could play an MLB team there.
or just build a whole new stadium.
Whenever Wilmington get that cruise money.
Facts.
You could put it in Wilmington. You could put it in Raleigh.
Not now, but in a few years, yes.
After they get done.
Put it in Raleigh. Raleigh's the capital. Don't have a...
That's only an hour and a half away.
I mean, their winning basketball team is NC State. No, they got the Canes that play there.
We're going to a Canes game this season, man. We got to.
Oh, yeah.
We got to. So
We
that'll
can.
be NHL, NBA, and NFL that I'll have been to. Still haven't went to an MLB game.
Canes Avalanche.
I feel so
Cup?
disrespected. My first MLB game was that Red Sox game where we chunked into the outfield against the Orioles.
Imagine driving.
You did that
you
thing so
drove
far.
to an.
You threw that thing into the moon.
I was there
And I
for it.
blame you for that.
Hands on.
Blame you for that.
I'm just sitting.
I've had better look at my professional.
What do you say
team's
fuck me
games.
for? Like,
I'm sitting in left field and see Sawamura heave ho that thing. And I mean, I could about caught it, but
So what do we?
that Nationals game I went to, it was like 93 with a 110 heat index in the concrete jungle, and they beat them by 12. I left in the seventh inning. Bro. I was
where I was
sweating.
sitting at dog, I was sitting on like I sat where I sat because I was thinking like, man, I'm trying to catch a home run, forgetting that Baltimore has renovated the seats, and now you got to hit a mammo to hit a home run to left.
Wait, Nolan, didn't after you leave they hit like 3 bombs?
Oh yeah, no, dude, it ended up being like 15-7.
No home runs until he leaves.
No, there was home runs.
Oh, there was?
Cattell Marte went deep. What's that big fucker's name that played first for them?
Vogelbach.
What's his name?
You talking about Daniel Vogelbach?
No, for the Nationals.
Oh,
Josh Bell?
No, like in 2019, what was his name? He was on the team forever. His name was Adam something.
Was that
Adam
the year they won?
something.
Is that the year they won the World Series?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They were the record was really bad when
It
I was.
wasn't Adam Dunn, was it?
No, it wasn't Adam Dunn. It
He
was
played for the White Sox.
Adams something Adams.
I don't know.
Steve,
Who
no,
cares? Dude, almost said Steven Adams.
I almost said Steve Adams.
He's a real big one. He's about 6'14".
No, he's one of those like 3 outcome. Like he's built like Adam Dunn.
Facts. What are we getting into in the preseason talk, man?
Oh no! I gotta give y'all this story. Story time.
Oh yeah,
with Mo.
story time.
All right. So, I've come up here in the tours to talk about my loyalty to the sports world. This one's different. So Saturday, there is
For reference, we're recording this at Sunday at right now at 7:30, but we started obviously about 40 minutes ago. So
Saturday. I had to come back. Lauren dragging me into this wedding that was going on.
is she gonna hear this?
Plot twist: it was his own.
No. I had to go to this wedding Saturday, and Panthers preseason. Lauren told me to be there be to her house 3:30. Panthers preseason game kicks off at 1:00. So I'm trying to watch.
That's cutting it down to the wire.
Yeah. I'm like, what happened was she was doing the girl's hair and makeup for like the bride, the bridesmaids, and all that good jazz.
Did y'all even know these people?
Yeah,
Okay. I was about to say.
I ain't gonna name drop them on the pod.
No. I'm saying,
But-
if she's working and like, yeah, you're coming.
Yeah, their
like,
social security number was. Like,
Yeah. But anyways, so she's doing this girl's hair and makeup, and she had no time to come back and like get her dress that she was planning on wearing for the wedding, and so like I had to bring all that stuff, and like, so I get to her house. I was told to be there at 3:30. I get to her house at 4:00, and she's like asking where I'm at and stuff, and I'm like laying on her bed watching the rest of the game because Saturday Zane Gonzalez kicks the game winner or whatever. And like that, the 2-minute drill was going on while I was at her house. So I was like, I'm not leaving here while this is going on. So that was happening while I was supposed to be grabbing her dress and coming to the function. And then at the function, after the wedding, you get there and they had the ceremony, everything, got to that. And then they had everything like where you go in, we're supposed to eat and stuff. And while they had that all going on, I had like Red Sox Yankees playing on my phone.
Oh my god! So did she know that's what you were doing?
Oh yeah. I had to come out and tell her like after like I got there in the nick of time. We were able to get changed. We got seated like 15 minutes early before everything started. And like I was like, babe, by the way, yeah, we
sorry.
the Panthers game was going on, so I kind of had to finish that. I like made it where I had to Like there wasn't a choice involved in this.
How'd that go over?
She was like, "Oh my gosh," and then I was like, "Hey, but we were on time, so it's fine." And then she was talking about planning. She was talking about planning our wedding, and all this, that, and the third. But it ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. I'm not engaged.
It's like your roommate. It's like your roommate.
But she was like, "I want to." She's like,
show you.
she was like, she was like, "I'd like to have a wedding in the fall and whatnot." I was like, "In the fall?" I said,
hey, bro.
"I was like, you better hope." If you don't think I won't cancel my own wedding if the Red Sox win the World Series, and
No, what's crazy was that was definitely a hint, and you definitely either missed it or didn't.
oh no, like I hear everything and whatnot. But then I told her, I said, if we're gonna do it on the fall, on the safe side, we're doing it on a Saturday. It ain't gonna be on a Sunday. In the fall.
You just do it in November.
In the fall?
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Oh my god.
Nolan.
You're talking about the World Series.
Oh,
NFL.
wait, no, let him figure it out.
I know he's talking about football, but
Took you long enough. Jesus, man.
I'm not. Listen.
you said World Series first. And I was like,
Yeah. And that's my problem with it being on a Saturday. In the fall in general. But if we're going to do it in the fall, it dang sure won't be on a Sunday.
dude get married on Tuesday morning. Like,
Wearing a Panthers shirt.
Like, if we do this, I'm going to need my wedding on the TV in the church to have the game put up. Like, while I'm saying my vows.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when Baker Mayfield throws a hot Stevie. Timo breaks his vows to yell at the TV.
he's like, God dang it.
Gosh dang it, man.
No, it
Good
was
for
bad last
nothing.
night, too, because I was at Lawrence last night. And the Red Sox, lost. It was, almost 11 o'clock at night. And the Red Sox lost that game. I was laying there. I punched my thigh so hard. and I, got mad. I was like, I have to leave. And then,
Oh my god, man.
Timo, I used to get that mad at that team, but now I don't care no more.
they still
Yeah,
hurt
Nolan
me.
is broken.
I'm done.
They have broken Nolan.
Oh, I mean, it's like...
I literally haven't watched a Red Sox game since the deadline.
I mean, it's like getting kicked in the balls every night.
Every night, 162 nights a year.
Dude, I just checked the Rangers' final scores, man.
You beat the Mariners.
Yeah, once. Hold on, man. Let me look through all the saved messages in my notification center. Hold on, because I don't really clear them from the sports apps and stuff. 7-5 Astros on Tuesday. 8-4 Rangers on Wednesday. We won in the 10th inning. 7-3 Astros on Thursday. Where's the next one at? 6-2 Mariners on Friday.
Good news is y'all are talking about extending Martin Perez.
I don't care. He's had 8 years to be good.
That is true.
My God, man. We're going to pay him until he's 35. Here we go. Just for him to pitch like crap next year. I cannot wait. I'm busting at the seams to see
a 5
Martin
ERA next
Perez pitch next year at 37 years old when he finally became
He's
good.
30.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually 29.
And
God, man.
I saw
You can't
Martin's-
find anybody under the age of 27 that's good at the game of baseball.
Martin Perez's ERA is starting to come a little closer to that FIP.
He climbing that ladder?
It's starting to come closer to his FIP. That's all I'm saying. But the FIP doesn't matter.
It doesn't
I thought you were going to say
matter.
the fit don't lie.
It don't. It's starting to get a little closer.
What's
You know
the
who does
ERA
lie?
now?
The ERA was, I can't remember what it was, but it was up there from what it was in the first half.
Well, he's not top 5 in the AL. But Justin Verlander's insane. He's a 2.85.
At 47 years old.
Who, Justin Verlander? Yeah, he is Tom Brady.
But when I got clowned for FIP, I'm just saying that's where it comes in handy. Is for now, like in the first half, Martin Perez isn't the guy he was in the first half.
Bro, that's the literal scope of his entire career. It happens every year.
Oh, yeah.
It has happened for 6 consecutive years.
He wasn't even good in the first half of last year.
Like, we can all agree that Martin Perez is having a very, very...
Oh, he's having a great year for Martin Perez.
No, I'm talking about, like, a fluke. He fluking.
He had a 1.64. Of course it's a fluke.
Let's say at 29, after what he did for us last year...
Getting moved to the bullpen.
But I'll go down to Texas. I'll be the ace. Like, it's...
Globe life must feel like home.
Lighter is my only hope, man. I need something to. I mean, Lighter and Seager. I like Seager, but
I mean, you got a decent farm.
There's not much holding this together, man. I'm trying to tell you.
It's like I'm freaking out, man.
I'm waiting on the North Carolina team.
What he wants to jump
He's going to become a designated Rangers hater.
Sid will have North Carolina baseball team gear.
I'm licking my chops.
Sid will have North Carolina team baseball gear day one of the drop. Like, exactly. I was here first fan.
Yeah, exactly.
A stack.
Season ticket holder, season 1. When we win 34 games.
Jurgensen Profar is our best player.
Living off the Rule 5.
Jurgensen is Jurgensen Profar. Jurgensen Profar is Reese McGuire.
Jurgensen.
Hey, Reese Cup's been batting 500 as a member of the Red Sox.
He can stroke it. Yeah, we know.
We know.
I'm just saying.
He unloads on baseball.
With a cannon behind the plate.
And from behind the plate. And behind your bitch.
Hey, yo.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm sorry, but if he was in the parking lot in a white Benz,
you want to know what makes me...
I don't think he gets many of those.
Let's make the situation worse. I've always meant to bring this up and never have. Let's make the situation worse. He weren't in the stadium parking lot. He was in a Dollar General parking lot in the white Benz. And the cops asked him whenever they tried to give him a cop out. Like whenever they pulled him. Like, hey, don't you like you're waiting for somebody or something? He's like, nah. and then they were like, don't you have a better place to do this? It's like, yeah, I do, but he just was like, yeah, I'm openly whacking it right here.
It's like, nah, I prefer the
Dollar General.
I prefer the DG, man.
Reese McGuire is on BT. BT, bro.
They weren't even in the stadium like we thought.
This man got in his $80,000 car, push started it, whipped it to Dollar General.
Said this looks like a good spot.
He couldn't go to Walmart, Target, Kohl's,
just in the Kohl's dress.
Burlington, Ross Dress for Less, the Steakhouse. He picked the Dollar General. Started whacking. That is insane. Did he get charged with anything?
Yeah. I forget what it was. It's like public indecency. Kind of obvious.
I wonder what.
But the fact that he didn't accept the cops offer, he would have still got charged. But it doesn't sound as bad as like, nah, I'm just openly in this Dollar General.
All right, moving on. We gotta move on. We can't sit here talking about this.
What? Bro, that is so, insane to me.
On to preseason. On to the NFL preseason.
All right, you want to go first?
I'll go last.
You can go last. Here. Okay. At a Chargers preseason,
we don't have to just talk about our favorite teams.
Yeah, we can kind of hit on if we want to hit on the big points of like what we've seen overall in the NFL, and then we'll kind of hit on how our teams did, something we liked if we watched it.
What are you sniffling for?
All right, what? George Pickens with
the toe tap and a pancake. He's a menace.
NFL young boy.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I'm going on a rant. All of you good for nothing bottom feeders told me that George Pickens was like wide receiver 7 or 8 in this draft class.
And he was wide receiver 11. He was drafted 11th.
I didn't say he was.
But he is really
I just said he
the
was
second or third best receiver in this class.
I mean, we'll see for sure.
We'll see. Okay.
I'm not downplaying George Pickens.
And this is not even like George Pickens like has earned like whatever. I can't even think of it right now.
For one toe tap touchdown?
No, bro. Like in
pancake?
college, he was a top prospect, tore his ACL, came back, nobody believed in him. And like he's just, you know, everybody's freaking out over his preseason. He's doing what he was going to do anyway. Like he was supposed to be this good.
Speaking on the Steelers, Kenny Pickett was what, 13 of 15
I don't know.
For 94 yards.
for 94 yards?
Yeah.
And like 2 tutties?
Can you check him? Can you kiss it to him?
Skylar Thompson, he's our backup. We got him out of Kent State. He had a 74%.
Like the entire game.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because who else would have played?
Teddy?
Teddy B.
Yeah. For a preseason game?
I don't want Teddy Bridgewater throwing, man. Hope Skylar Thompson's our backup. He's drawing a lot of Kirk Cousins like comparisons, which I'd be okay with for my backup quarterback.
The backup QB out of Kent State's Kirk Cousins.
I'm just saying, man.
Comparing your backup QB is crazy.
I'm just saying.
It's crazy.
You ain't only want to talk about the
Would be the
Chargers?
starter on that team.
That's true.
All right, now watch your mouth.
Would he not?
You can't say Kirk Cousins isn't right now better than Tua.
Did I say that Skylar Thompson is Kirk Cousins?
No. But
like
you
you
said
Getting
that's fine for our
compared
backup.
to a young Kirk Cousins.
You said
They,
that's
like-
fine for our backup. And like,
A young Kirk Cousins? Young Kirk Cousins was butt juice, bro. He was behind Colt McCoy.
you like that?
What?
It's the Kirk Cousins. meme.
I was so confused for a minute. You
said
like
what?
that? Nah, but go ahead, Nolan, about your Chargers.
Well, also just overall NFL.
We were going overall, and then we said George Pickens.
Yeah, we said
moved
George
on.
Pickens and moved on.
What are you
God
doing?
dang it, man.
What is wrong?
What are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all tell me.
I mean, Trey Lance had a nice little game.
Trey Lance is butt. I'm not talking about Trey.
Why are we hating on Trey
Whoa,
Lance?
whoa!
Tray Lance is not going to be all that, bro. We saw.
Why are you hating on Trey Lance?
Because we saw what happened with Carson Wentz. It was the same thing. Oh my God, he's so good.
I don't know if Carson wins.
At the end of the day, he played at North Dakota State. I mean, Carson Wentz was an ACL tear in week 14 away from a world MVP, bud. So, I mean, do you remember that?
Where does your distaste for Trey Lance come from? Like, why do
Is
you?
the fact that he went to North Dakota
No,
State?
it's not. He was just overhyped. He was overhyped, and he didn't play his junior season. Like, he was overhyped for not having played in 300 days, and now he has not seen real professional game speed time except for the little bit he played his rookie year in almost 2 years.
They threw a 75-yard tub
Bro, in the preseason game or in real life?
in the game that just happened.
Hey, but what did he do in the regular season last year? In real game speed NFL games. See what I'm saying? Like, he has done nothing. He would have done nothing to be a top 3 pick. Period. That's my thing with Trey Lance. He's just overhyped. If he becomes good, he becomes good. But I don't see him becoming what people think. Same thing with Zach Wilson. Played at BYU. Overhyped.
I mean, there's small mark like Josh Allen played at Wyoming.
Josh Allen's mechanics coming to the NFL were terrible. God awful.
Well, now he's.
Tua Tagovailoa has missed.
I'm just saying now he's the top 4 quarterback in the NFL.
Because he fixed his mechanics from college.
There's also the guy that said that Herb wasn't going to be as good as he is.
Bro, I said...
You said he wasn't. You.
Now, coming out of college, I didn't believe in him.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's just...
Where did Herbert? Herbert went to Oregon.
Yeah.
He went to Oregon.
That's just because...
You don't know where he was picked?
He was picked 6th.
Fix right behind Tua.
No shit. I'm on Dolphins Twitter, bro. I see that every day. Every day.
Yeah.
But like I've said before, we would have ruined Herb. Because we would not have given him the protection. And in big quarterbacks like that, when they get hit a lot...
You think we gave him the protection? Our O-line
You
was
also
right next to
had
yours.
Keenan Allen. You also had Austin Eckler. You also had Mike Williams.
And
you also had Hunter Henry.
You just said we wouldn't give him protection. He didn't have protection the first year.
But he had weapons as a safety valve. He had Austin Eckler, who is always credited with being probably a top 7 fantasy player, top 10 fantasy player every year. That's a weapon. That is a great weapon. Show me what Tua had, like in his rookie year or in his sophomore year.
I'm saying
not using the O-line just as a point.
So I just gave you a different point.
I'm just saying, but you were like, oh, but we didn't give him protection. He didn't need the protection. He's one of the best quarterbacks under pressure.
I'm saying Herb would not have panned out in Miami. That's all I'm saying. And Tua might not either, but Herb would not have panned out in Miami. We have not ran that offense in 20 years. We just don't. We don't have the personnel for it. Not for an offense that Herbert would thrive in.
All right.
But
moving on.
I mean, he's not a West Coast quarterback.
So what did y'all see in y'all's preseason games, man? Because obviously I watched all of mine.
I mean, I didn't even watch mine because Tua didn't play, Waddle didn't play, Tyreek Hill didn't play. Even our rookie, Channing Tindall, didn't play, from what I saw.
I don't even know who that is, keeping it a bean.
I mean, he was on Georgia's national championship defense, so he was probably their best linebacker. Maybe second best.
Huh? Whoa.
Whoa.
They had Kobe Dean.
Yeah, they had the Kobe Dean.
And they had Devin Lloyd. No, not Devin Lloyd. The other linebacker. What's his name?
He was better than the other linebacker. He weren't better than Kobe Dean, though. Channing Tindall is nice. He's more of a edge guy. Like, he was a hybrid, kind of. But, I mean, Trill Williams tore his ACL. So, that...
Zach Wilson tore his ACL?
No, he didn't.
He didn't?
No, he partially tore his meniscus, went through an arthroscopic surgery the other day. He's going to miss 2 to 4 weeks.
Then why was everybody saying he tore his ACL?
Yeah, that's what the early
expectation
expectation was.
People on Twitter don't know what they're talking about. That's why. It was non-contact injury to the knee. You can guess it's an ACL, but like people were reporting that it was definitely an ACL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I saw like officials saying that.
Now there's something else that's going on, but it's nothing that's going to cause him to sit out longer than 4 weeks.
Because they said he'd been out by week 3 or 4, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, he didn't tear his ACL.
And when I saw that it was 3 to 4 weeks, I was like, was it a partial tear, or was it just like a strain? Like what?
I mean, even if you partially tear your ACL, you need surgery to repair it. Because if not, it's going to snap anyway.
That's why I was confused on that.
But I mean, we won, but I mean, it's preseason. We played the Buccaneers. I mean, we got a lot of pressure.
Did Kyle Trask play for the Bucks? I don't know.
Yeah, and Blaine Gabbert. Kyle Trask was a little butt juice.
I didn't know if playing behind Tom Brady would help Kyle Trask.
But I don't know. I mean, it might. We haven't really seen him in game speed yet, but I mean, we won. Miles Sanders seems to be back to his all-pro form because he's got Thomas Morstead as a holder instead of Jacob Brisket. Jesus, man. But, I mean, there's not much I can take away from it. What about you, Nolan, with the Chargers?
We lost by 7 to the Rams.
It's preseason.
Zion Johnson looks really good in pass protection.
Who was he going up against?
What was his?
Because we didn't even see Joe Tryon Shoyinka in our matchup, and Joe Tryon Shoyinka is probably not pass rusher 1 in Tampa. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to figure out what the dude's name is. I think.
You want to start your Panthers rant or what?
Can I finish, please?
Yeah, I'll let the man talk about the Chargers.
Times we don't just sit here in silence.
Jesus. But Zion. I can't remember what the dude's name. I think it looked like it looked almost like Greg Gaines, but I could be wrong. What was it? Because it was 90 something. Hooked. I can't even pronounce it. It's like HOECHT. Number 97. 6'4", 310.
Not a real person.
But either way, Zion Johnson was locking his ass up.
I hope so.
And then Chris Rumpf looked really good off the edge, especially in the run game. Like, he was stifling any running back that tried to come through there. So that was really good to see, especially with his team's fucking run defense. Let's see. Alohi Gilman tackled.
Who?
Alohi Gilman.
Not a real
backup
person.
safety. Backup safety of ours tackled Mike Davis on a play. Like, Mike Davis was
For
covering
those
the guy,
of you that don't know,
and then
Mike Davis plays corner for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, I was thinking about the running back that used to play for us.
No,
like
it's Mike Tolbert.
So
No, we have
Mike Davis is covering up.
Oh,
the
that's true.
Like, dudes on the street. Mike Davis is covering him and is on top of him. The ball is in the air. Alohi Gilman comes over from the middle and hits Mike Davis. Never touches the wide receiver. Touchdown.
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 I just scored 6 like a touchdown. Man.
I was so mad seeing that. And I was like, that's why,
Well, I just
that's why
thought
you're a
about
backup.
something.
That's why you're
I
behind
wanted to
Nasir
talk about.
Adderley. Like,
I literally just thought about something I wanted to talk about. Oh, Drip McDaniel. Y'all see him on the sideline? Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
because
I don't know why you
cares about
posted
Mike
it.
McDaniel.
I don't know why you
Nobody
posted a
cares.
meme with Sean McDermott talking about when you get owned by
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel, and he has never played Mike McDaniel.
Gonna happen.
When you get owned by him twice a year, the dude's never played Mike McDaniel.
Drip McDaniel iced a kicker in the preseason. We are not the
Like-
same. We are not the same. And that starting kicker comment from Wyatt was really out of pocket when you think about it.
Because how many teams carry more than one kicker?
What starting kicker? I mean, it's kicker.
It's the only kicker.
You can't find.
Sorry,
me
we
a team-
didn't send our punter to go kick the field goal,
You can't name me a team that
which Johnny
fields-
Hecker would have been fine
that
with.
fields 2 kickers.
The Chiefs. Because they got Justin Reed.
Because we want to blow.
That
two
is true.
We want to blow 2 roster
Didn't he make a
spots on
field?
that.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he kicked the PAT.
Yeah.
We want to blow 2
100%.
roster spots on a kicker. I mean, Justin Reed, though, they could run packages out of that, like as a like we're down by 30. Oh, look, it's a fake PAT. But I think if any team really saw Justin Reed being fielded in like the second or third quarter, they're gonna be like, all right, something's up. Team, I want to start your Panthers right now.
Get it.
All right, I'll cover the game overall first. So, I was, I actually felt like pregame jitters, like as if it was an actual game because of the quarterback battle that was going on. Like I was hoping for Baker to come out and do good. He comes out, he looked good, 4 for 7.
It's Baker Mayfield, man. You know what you're getting with him.
Yeah, I mean 4 for 7, 46 yards on the first drive.
Just for reference, Wyatt, Justin Tucker was playing in the preseason game.
He don't care. He's just a troll.
But yeah, I mean he looked good, Baker, and he had a drive, and then we had it almost in the red zone. He drops a snap from Pat F. Line, has a dive on that. Next time, him and Brandon Zilstrain on the same page, throws the ball out of bounds, and we end up leading to a field goal. Defense, well, it all started with a defensive 3 and out. The starting defense looked amazing. Playing against Washington's starters for the entire first half. I thought that was really insane for Ron Rivera to leave the starters out there for a whole half.
Dude, I think Jalen Hurts was playing in the Eagles game.
I mean, yeah, playing is one thing, but I'm talking about Carson Wentz and Terry McLaurin were out there until halftime.
Mike Gesicki started for us. That was crazy to me.
But anyways, our defense the next time, I think Corey Littleton punches a ball. Our rookie gets on it. So we get the ball and we're on like the 18 or something like that. Here trots Sam Darnold. Sam throws out to Brendan Zilstra. And anyways, They get a first down. I'm like, okay, cool. Then they run a little play action play, and Sam throws a beautiful back shoulder ball to Rashad Higgins for a touchdown. And I was upset because I did not want Sam to do good. Well, after our defense forces another punt, Sam gets the ball, 3 and out, right there. So I was like, okay, at least he had a 3 and out. And then here's where I'll get into my rant, because now we're getting around the 2-minute warning. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, it would be cool to see Matt Corral trot out for a preseason game. You know, get him a 2-minute warning under his belt. Here comes P.J. Walker. Now, don't get me wrong. I think P.J. Walker can be a backup quarterback somewhere. I think P.J. Walker can be a backup quarterback somewhere in the NFL. He's got. I mean, he won a game last year. I'm not upset when he's on the field, but I thought it would have been a good time to bring in the rookie in the preseason. And anyways, nothing happens. Well, I'm expecting Matt Corral early in the third quarter or something if you're going to let PJ play.
Yeah.
Instead, PJ proceeds to play the entirety of the third quarter. And now I have to wait till the fourth quarter before I even see Matt Corral. And when he's talking about our Panther rant, here's my rant with the Panthers. So we've been so focused, if we're in on Matt Corral, we've been so focused on Sam versus Baker in camp that Matt Corral barely got to take any reps during camp. So that leads. I got so much to go. Okay.
Look, we'll talk about it later, man.
Yeah. Anyways, but Matt Corral barely gets to play during camp, so it's leading to a lack of chemistry, even if you're going to run him with the bench.
That's NPS Andrew Tate over there.
I drive a Bugatti.
Oh my god! All right, go ahead, bro. My fault.
You're good, man. But so I'm not expecting Matt Corral to do good whenever he takes the field because one, he hasn't been on the field to take reps against a live defense, really. So, of course, he doesn't play well. I mean, he still leads a game-winning drive, but it weren't up to expectations. We kick a game winner, whatever.
You just about to say Panther standard.
yeah, he was.
He was about to say up to Panther standard.
Up to Panther standards.
Yeah, man, we got high expectations.
We got Baker versus Sam Darnold. You know about standards?
he says up to Panther standard, closing out a 2-minute drill like Teddy Bridgewater didn't blow eight in
of them.
one season.
8 of them, one season.
Ugh.
But takeaways. Cade Mays, we drafted in the 6th round, was your highest graded offensive lineman at right guard.
Not a real person, by the way.
I mean, he very well could
Cade
be.
Mays, that was made in a computer.
Well, not PFF. I don't know how it's graded, but he got like an 80-something.
PFF is trash.
Akeem Ekwonu looked good. He held his own versus Montez Sweat for the whole first half. He looked fine at left tackle. He didn't start, had me upset. Brady Christensen start, but Brady Christensen looked good.
Yeah.
So it's a good problem to have.
You think there's any chance Akeem Ekwonu doesn't start day one?
If he doesn't, I would be upset that if he doesn't, I would have to work him. I would have to get him working at guard. If you're invested in Brady Christensen that much, like don't get me wrong, and Brady Christensen puts up good numbers when he actually gets to play left tackle. But if we're gonna draft Akeem Ekwonu to be the 6th man of the O-line.
Yeah, be tough.
Yeah, because if I have to see Pat Elflein start again at guard, and Bradley Bozeman didn't start at center. Pat Elflein started at center, which is also shocking to me. And neither one had a great game at center. But
I don't know what we're doing, man. Our lineup was all over the place. So Mike Gesicki, our starting tight end, started. None of our top 3 receivers started.
who is the 3rd wide receiver?
I had it in my Cedric Wilson Jr. from Dallas. He was in Dallas last year. We signed him, and it was probably Preston Williams or Lynn Bowden.
Dude, battle lines couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
I mean, our line won't even be bad if we put the right one out there. This O-line has potential.
I just need.
I
just need 17 games out of Teron Armstead.
I'd be fine with Akeem being a left guard for his career. Like, that's fine by me. I think he would be an all-pro caliber left guard.
It's like as long as he's
Out there.
playing, starting.
Yeah, I don't need Hey Rook pictures from him standing beside a nobody on the bench. But yeah, oh yeah. So talking about the guys we sent Matt Crow out there. Sent Matt Crow out there with some bums. His best receiver was Keith Kirkwood. Let me tell you, 3 of his receivers that were playing with him, we cut 5 guys. 3 of them got cut today that were playing with Matt Corral.
Yeah. Go.
That's what it's gonna look like on franchise. You're done.
But
You didn't give me 2018. You're done.
You're done.
it's just like I feel like Matt Rule's just like we got pieces and he's just shafting them.
He's like, I got all this. Now, what if I
Yeah,
just do
man.
nothing?
Hearing Matt Rule talk is like watching a 5-year-old color. Can't stand between the lines. Doesn't know what he's doing. Painting green shit red.
The only time I've been proud of Matt Rule this year was at the fan fest that we had. He was doing an interview, and from the stands, you can hear the fans chanting, "Fire Matt Rule." And he was like, even for the fans that are chanting that, like, we're happy to have him here. Like, it's like he didn't like acknowledge that. Like, he didn't say, "Oh yeah, F you." So yeah, like, oh no, he handled it. He handled it very well.
Mike McDaniel is he is polarizing, man. Like, let me find what I'm talking about, because he was talking about, because he got asked about the about joint practice with the Buccaneers and about how we just got hammered for tampering with Tom Brady. And he made a comment, but y'all talk about something while I find it.
I mean, more guys. Amari Barno, the extremely fast edge that we drafted. No, that ain't him. I'll get to him in a second. But Amari Barno looks nice.
Right?
Yeah, Brandon Smith from Penn State is a guy. He could very well work himself in our starting rotation at linebacker. 6'7" wingspan at linebacker is insane. I had no idea he had that. He had a pass breakup where he almost killed a guy. Our secondary, CJ Henderson's probably been the best.
You disrespect 8-Ball by calling him another man.
Bro, y'all better hope he pans out, especially you, Noah.
He will.
You better hope. I think he will too, but
He
you better
has
hope.
textbook technique.
Bro, like, I get that, but
He's gonna be good. He just doesn't need. If he just doesn't break his foot.
you better hope he's better than Patrick Surtain.
As long as he doesn't break his foot.
Why would you do that?
Knocking on wood.
And
Good luck.
him breaking his foot isn't like as long as he doesn't break his foot. He's not
I'm
gonna-
saying that's what I'm saying. Like he would have had a Pat Surtain like year last year if he didn't break his foot.
Pat Surtain was like elite last year, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so was J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn was just as good as him coming
He
out
got
of coming out of
targeted
college.
8 times. He got targeted 8 times, bro. 8. That is not a good enough sample size to call him elite.
I think nobody's calling him elite.
He
off
had
the
a
2.5 games he played.
He had a good 3 games.
Nobody's calling him elite. I'm talking about his actual skill set is elite.
That boy is over there.
I promise you, if he would have played this full season, he would have had a comparable season to Pat Surtain.
I mean, we'll see this year. I'm just saying.
I hope so.
I hope so.
You find what you were looking for, man?
Yeah, it's loading up, man. It's
If not, I'm about to start closing them down.
I'm going crazy
hold
on
man.
JC.
I'm looking for it, man.
Let JC Horn get like 5 picks this year. I'm gonna go crazy.
5 picks.
Yes,
You're gonna go
5
crazy
picks.
over 5 picks.
What?
You're gonna go crazy
5
over
picks
5
is nice.
5 picks is good. What the fuck?
Yeah, but he said I'm gonna go crazy. Like,
I'm saying for each one. Like every time he gets a pick, I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't care if it felt like this. Like
Yeah, I mean, I promise.
speaking of, I wanna
Elite ball placement.
that brought me to a point. Do y'all think that tit picks should count against the quarterback, or should
like off
Okay,
the wide receiver.
Boy, I thought this dude said, "Do y'all think tit picks?" Like, whoa! I was like, "What, bro?"
Whoa!
Jesus Christ.
I was like, this is NPS after dark.
Down, boy. Down.
NPS after dark.
Yeah, bro, you need to bonk.
Okay. Are you talking about like where it hits off the wide receiver's hands?
If it hits,
I mean, it's still
because
then you get nitpicking everything.
bro, but nah, it's not. If it hits the wide receiver, if it touches the wide, I don't want to say.
Well, who's the interception?
like hits him in the hand, like hits him in the hands. And
I'm
goes,
saying,
and he
like,
goes,
okay, so like perfect example, the ball that Asante Samuel, his first pick last year, Mahomes threw it over the middle. It hits whatever receiver right here.
It's Travis Kelce.
It goes straight through his hands and right
Asante
into Asante Samuel.
No, it doesn't go right into. He made a crazy dive. That was a crazy dive. What,
bro? But what do you think for that?
You had like he was just standing there with like this.
I
he
think
ran over.
I think there should be a new stat created and we put it on receivers, and it's.
I mean, it is.
Or you
It's
can
drops.
just count them as drops.
Well, yeah, but like drop for pick or drop INT or something like.
No, I mean, I don't think that. I mean, then you get nitpicking everything.
Bro,
I mean, if it gets picked, it gets picked.
Imagine if but I'm saying like how many times does that happen?
Oh, we see it happen. Yeah, tip picks are a thing. I mean, but it's
like, that should
a stat that sucks.
But that should not go against the quarterback. Like,
but it also,
I think you should only count like as a new stat if it's like.
But bro,
like
all right, hear me out. It also sucks, but for quarterbacks, I mean, if you do that, then I'm gonna say that you need to. If you're gonna start plugging picks on the wide receiver, then I also say that like for situations like Jamar Chase, if I throw a 3-yard hitch and he takes it for a 75-yard touchdown, then are we gonna give him credit for that?
That's different though, because there's already a separate stat for that because quarterbacks have a stat called air yards.
Oh yeah, I know there's air yards, but that doesn't take the touchdown away.
But receivers still have yak yards, right? But it's still separated. It's like where you can evaluate them differently, right? Quarterbacks have an air yard stat. Wide receivers have a yak stat. Running backs have a rack stat. You know what I'm saying? Like they can all be evaluated differently. Like if you just look at a quarterback stat sheet and you see, if you see picks, if he throws 15 picks in a season, but 6 of them are tip picks, now he's evaluated as a 15-pick quarterback and not a 9-pick quarterback. You see what I'm saying? And then,
well, I mean, I think as far as when you're debating them, I think any organization will be able, and you'll be able to see like it ain't gonna be Sam Darnold-esque picks where he's throwing 3 against the Pats. Like I think you'll be able to like when you look at the picks, if it's truly argumentative, like if you're arguing each of them, you need to have a basis behind it with how many ever. Like how the picks were.
Yeah, and I get that. My thing is like if we can like on the fly like determine like in baseball what's an error and what's not an error. I think it should be graded like that because it's looked upon as always an error on the quarterback.
I mean, we could do that. We could start giving wide receivers errors.
Yeah, or it'd be like drop/INT. Like that's how it would probably be abbreviated. But it's like look at a quarterback as a pitcher, right? If they commit an error or they throw a wild pitch, that is a stat that hurts them. That is a stat that reflects on their like player and their profile and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If somebody out in the field makes a bad play, it could be scored as a hit.
Oh, that's why we have stats like FIP and BABIP and stuff. I mean, you walked into that one like that's a layup.
You
I mean,
did. But
like, whenever you're talking advanced stats, that is why we have FIP. That's why we have BABIP. That kind of thing, just like you were just talking about. I'm the FIP father.
Timothy.
Anyway, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like that tip picks should be their own stat and should not hit the quarterback. But I also feel like it should be able to be evaluated on the fly. Now, if a quarterback sails one 4 feet over the head of the receiver and the man jumps up and tips it because he was trying to make a play on the ball.
See, that's what I'm saying, though.
That should still be an interception. That should still be an interception. But if it is within a player's field of range or catch radius, which, you know what I mean? Or like if it hits them in the hands or in the chest because they're like this, like we should be able to score it game to game. It shouldn't be that hard. But like I I shouldn't, like, my quarterback shouldn't be hit for tip picks. Any quarterback shouldn't be hit for tip picks because that also plays into fantasy. You see what I'm saying? The wider, no, think about it.
I know what you're saying.
Like a quarterback throws 3 tip picks in our league, that is minus 12 points. You see what I'm saying? Our picks are graded at -4 now, right?
And then we gotta start and then we gotta start
I thought
smacking
you changed it to
people.
-4.
No, not picks it for.
Well, even then, that's still -6 points. You see what I'm saying? And they're all the receiver's fault. They're not the quarterback's fault. It just has a lot of implications that it shouldn't have. I feel like tip picks.
Yeah, like imagine it's like 3 tip picks in a game. The quarterback loses 12 points. You'd lose that week.
Dude.
I'm Tommy Famine somebody. I'm Tommy Famine somebody.
Dang, the Yankees just got their first hit.
What inning is it?
5th.
Who are we?
It was Miguel Andujar.
God.
What did Miguel undo?
Who's on the mound? Because I know it was Rich Hill and then it was Wink, right?
Huh? Tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight is the return of Michael Walker.
Oh, I thought. Oh, like that's tomorrow. Oh, that must have been tomorrow. Then.
All right. So if you've hung around this long, once again, thank you. And we'll keep taking your suggestions. And hey, if you want to, I'm just saying, if we were to do the intro thing again, if y'all like that, I can do it again if need be. If there's interest.
Bro, like, okay, retweets
And 3 of them are us.
per tweet, and 3 of them are us, and the other one is Cade, Mike, Crew, Wyatt, Miles. I'm looking at all of you.
What we're
Maybe
trying to
second.
say is y'all are not hooping.
You're not hooping.
And y'all want to be on the show so bad, but there isn't the same support.
Y'all want, yeah, like, and we're still gonna have you on the show. Like we're not gonna ultimatum blackmail.
We're just gonna give you
you.
the stink out all the time.
We're not gonna ultimatum blackmail you into like retweets and quote tweets and stuff, right? Because that's a little,
It'd be nice.
that's a little jerk offish on my Reese McGuire shit. You see what I'm saying? But like, how, like, I'm not trying to Harvey Weinstein it, but like, how bad do you want to be on the show? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Boy. Not trying to be the deep, but
who is next? Who is next?
I mean, we'll have to see, man. We're gonna see.
I'm gonna be gone for some time in October, and it's gonna be through a weekend. So that might be one of the days that y'all have somebody else on.
Yeah. All right, but anyways, like I said, man, if you've hung around this long and you've listened, we thank you. Thank you for letting us do what we love, and we'll see you sometime next week.
So on Twitter, it is NextPlayNPS. On Instagram, it is NextPlaySportsNPS. YouTube is Next Play Sports. Like, subscribe, share. Please share. Please share. I want like 1,000 shares on this. We need to blow up. We need to blow up. We need to find a name for our fans. And then whenever we need to blow up first, so then we can take a poll so we know what y'all think. Right? We are getting more followers on Twitter. And I like that. We all three, Timo, you need to sign into the Twitter. You need to sign into the Twitter and start
Breaking
dropping
news:
heaters.
Tanner has not been dropping.
You need to drop heaters, man. I dropped 3 yesterday. Heaters. Right?
Got you.
Facts. Anyway.
Peace.